An intense orange glow of sunset reflects off the ocean, a deep and harsh orange that only occurs once a year, an orange that signifies the Gommage. The citizens gather at the harbor. There are festive banners. Everyone wears rose-petal necklaces as everyone looks to the horizon as a monolith that reaches towards the clouds has a golden energy that is faded. It is flickering, almost like a bulb about to die. For 70 years, people have vanished into thin air during this night, absorbing their energy, recharging the monolith's glow for another year. As everyone holds their breath, hoping that it is not them or their loved ones that is chosen. As you all can see 1,000 miles away at the monolith, a figure rise. She stands hundreds and hundreds of feet tall. She raises her arms out to all of you, as all you can do is watch. Standing in the harbor, sword in sheath, a father's blade. Where are you during the Gommage?
I'm with my family, with my wife Camille, and our daughter Celeste. My wife Camille, she's holding our daughter in her arms, and we are hugged in a tight embrace.
You chose to not go on the great expedition before. They never returned. The Gommage is still happening. Your gamble did not pay off, and now you stand on this dock, wondering if you or your family will vanish into thin air. As you look to your innocent child, please roll me a luck roll.
I think that's 50 flat.
And then you immediately look to your wife, Camille. Please make me a luck roll.
72.
As you're hugging and she's looking down at the child, as there's a moment of stillness before she looks you in the eye.
You have to stay strong for Celeste.
As in an instant, you begin to see their physical form peel back as it collects up your wife, encompassing the child, as both of them turn to chromatic dust, flower petals that float in the wind towards the monolith. Your embrace ends up falling through their, well, now, dust. In the corner of the harbor, there is the sound of faint music. As everyone is dead quiet, wondering if their loved ones will disappear in two minutes, there is the sound of an accordion. But it is cheering up a large group of people who it is calming them, it is entertaining them, it is exciting them. They're forgetting that the stakes.
I'm entertaining the masses. I'm looking at everybody. I'm playing my favorite songs to them, knowing that some of them are going to be gone. But I'm kind of on the precipice of being drunk because I feel so many things all at once, and I get really depressing when I drink. But I'm trying to cheer everybody up in the meantime. So I'm like letting go of that negative side of myself for a little bit.
There is a family of 4 huddled as they're by you. There is one orphan who has escaped from your group who is over there as well, who's just ADHD, and there is a husband and wife dancing to your music as well. Mm-hmm. Do you do anything targeted to any of these groups specifically? Any motives or?
No, just in general, I'm playing the music. I'm looking longingly at the couple, because I think I'm a little bit of romantic, so I'm looking at them for a little bit. But then I notice the child, and I'm like, where is your parent? Like, why are you alone? So I speak to the child.
Hello.
Hello, where are your parents?
They disappeared about 2 years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is anybody watching you?
Well, that guy over there, he usually does, but I've never heard someone play that instrument before. It's really cool.
Would you like to try it out?
Sure.
Here you go.
How do I hold it?
So see the strap on the side? Right there, yeah. Just put your hand in there. There's different keys. To be honest with you... Beautiful!
He's like the most Mozart in the flesh. I feel so powerful. Will you make me a luck roll, please?
Yeah. 48.
Wonderful. As we'll get to that. Across the way of the dock, there is a bunch of children huddled around the orphanage keeper. How many children are around you?
8.
8 children are immediately close to you right now as you look after them for as their parents vanished. You were the one that stepped up and ran the orphanage here. Will you please tell me who these kids are?
There's Maxine, there is Claude, there's Léonel, there's Michel, there is Alice, there is Riche, there's Clementine, and there is Jacques.
As each kid, basically it's almost like a school circle around you as they're all there, as they're all clutching something that brings them comfort, which is the toys that you have made them. What are the toys?
The toys are, Maxine has a little French car that existed in the 18th century.
Dope.
Right? That existed, yeah. And then Claude has a little toy sword that mimics the ones that people on expeditions have. So he's right there playing. He's also playing with Riche, who also has a sword, so they're kind of
Dueling.
Dueling, pretending like they're gonna be in the next expedition. Boy, or they wrong. After that, Léonel has a little puppet. Looks like a little mime, a little puppet that he works around with. His strings always fray and break, so he's always afraid that he is always constantly, putting those together. And then Alice has a gun. Oh, toy gun.
Oh, God.
A toy gun. That's a knife. He has a toy gun, one that looks similarly to the one that Frédéric owns. And she as well is pretending not so much to be a part of the expedition, but to be like him. She really looks up to him. So she's over there pretending to be like him. Riche also has a sword. Clementine has a yo-yo. She's really good with those. And then Jacques has a stuffed teddy bear. Has a little beret. And a baguette.
So there are 8 children.
Yeah.
Please roll me a D8.
Why? That's a D10. 2.
Oh, no.
Do you say anything to these children as they look to you scared?
Jeez, what's the... And then he's shaking. He tries to get like an index card, but he forgot it at the orphanage with like a list of things he's supposed to say to these kids. And he immediately looks at Léonel. And even if I Gommage, just know that I am always going to be with you right there in your heart, or maybe in your brain, maybe in that toe that you stub all the time, Elise. Yes, I notice. I'll be everywhere whenever you need me, right? And just like you guys, you're going to be there for each other.
Where do your eyes go?
I guess I just gaze at the floor for a second, just wait for something to collapse, because I don't know if the child is gone or not.
As you lower your head in anticipation, you hear the sound of the accordion hit the ground, plastic shattering. When you lift your eyes up, the child holding the accordion is no more. The couple that were there One fades away, the other breaks down and cries. As the family of 4, the father. As you and the 8 orphans are in kind of this huddle.
Yeah.
As you feel the loosening of 2 pairs of hands. As you know that 2 children have vanished from this pile, or from this group. And as you peek your eyes open, you can see that Maxine and Claude are no more. That they have been chosen as their petals and their chromatic energy goes towards the monolith into the sea. You did hear their toys drop on the floor as they disappeared.
Hey, come. Remember, we're strong. We have to be strong because in 2 minutes, 2 days, 2 hours, you're gonna be getting more brothers and sisters. So we have to be strong.
We join the grounds, the abandoned grounds of the Expedition Academy, where there's less than 4 members probably at this point, as you are one of them. What are you doing?
I'm probably just sitting under like a tree, reading one of my favorite books that's not about like history or that I'm using to study. I'm just reading a book for myself, probably something about like star-crossed lovers and fantasy of living in a world that is not this one. Just, kind of putting my headspace in a different place in case I won't have a headspace anymore in the next couple minutes. I just keep my head in the book and kind of clutch to it tighter, knowing that I'm still holding it.
As we go to the basement of the Lumiere Grand Cafe, empty blackjack tables in this speakeasy of the Grand Cafe here. A place for everyone to wind down, to let loose. There's stiffer drinks, there's gambling. There's a lot of money to be made for a bunch of people that might not be around. As your dads,
Marceau and Ellie,
they pass out their deck of cards to play blackjack, as this is your guys' yearly tradition during the Gommage. We're gonna play a hand of blackjack with the Paintress here. So how we're gonna play,
I thought he was joking this entire time.
I think he is, because he said it to your face.
you have to beat me in blackjack, but we're playing a specific type. We're rolling a D10, and that's your draw, hit me, and like stop, whatever, stay. 10 is like a king, queen, whatever, it counts as 10 points. Ace is an 11?
Or one.
Yes, okay, so good. You're up first. Roll me that D10.
Nine.
Do you hit or stay?
No, I'll hit.
Roll.
10.
You got 10? 19! Okay, you're 19. Hit or stay?
I have to stay.
Yeah.
Okay, you stay with a 19 as your fathers. Well done, Celine. Now it's their turn. First one. 9.
Damn.
Like father, like daughter.
Hit. 7.
Ooh,
16.
That's a terrible number for you. What are you gonna do?
He's gonna hit because he has to,
He has to,
because
yeah.
otherwise. So it's 16. 22. Oh!
Plus.
Your dad's very nice.
Is there anything you say in this conversation as you win this game of blackjack?
I feel like that means we're gonna keep winning.
Are you gonna place any more bets on whether or not people disappear? Or have you broken that bad habit?
I wouldn't call it a bad habit. If it is, we're all doing it, right?
We're still around in the next 10 minutes. We're gonna have a lot of customers. You ready for that?
Always.
Let's play again. As then, you guys collect the cards, get ready. As everyone waits. the Gommage is over, your two fathers immediately just get up, knock the chairs over, and all group hug, as you've all survived the Gommage.
I just won a lot of money on you too.
As now that sunset is over, night begins. You guys are left under the moonlight now as the sun is completely gone. The only golden light is coming from the monolith, that 1,000 miles away, as now it has consumed all the energy it needs to last another year. As there's like that radiating golden beam from that monolith. Those who remain, there is a rush of emotions. There is grieving, there's wailing, there's crying, but there's also celebration. Those who survived are so euphoric that they rip off their rose-petal necklaces. They just take to the streets, the lantern-lit streets of the city, in excitement. It's almost like this is now a celebration festival. There are people kissing, dancing, running around. There's a massive amount of people heading towards the Grand Cafe for drinks and other activities. Starting with you, what are you doing on the docks right now?
I pick up my accordion and I look at everybody celebrating in disgust because I don't feel like celebrating, because every year this happens and people lose their loved ones, so I don't understand why anybody is celebrating right now. So, and I look over to the family and I say, how are you doing? How are all of you?
The two children look up to you, and the now widow looks to you, tears streaming down, and they said that they felt like they knew that they made this last day count.
That's beautiful. Listen, people get lost all the time, regardless of the Gommage. And I want you to know, if you need anything, just let me know.
They look over to the man who was almost trying to capture the last essence of his partner. He flees. He just bolts into the streets, into the crowd, just shoves through his nowhere to put his emotions. He just leaves. Crying out into the void of this endless ocean. How are you processing the Gommage?
In disbelief, trying to reconcile what happened, looking at other families who are still whole, envious, and looking at the families who also lost loved ones with empathy. And the only thing I want to do now is bury my nose in the bottom of a bottle.
Now, of course, not in your official expedition uniform, you still have the tailcoat, as there is a angry, grieving woman that comes up to you and hits you on the shoulder and asks you, why didn't you do something to stop this? Why did you fail us? As she's going to make an attack roll against you, do you wish to dodge? Shoves you with all her might as you slip off the dock and plunge into the cold, cold ocean water here. It just soaks your tailcoat as you just begin to slowly sink down, as then she looks down and spits and then rejoins the crowd.
Can I run over? Do I see this?
Yes.
Can
you
I
did
go
hear
help
that
him
splash.
up?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
Yes. So I come up to you. So I pick you up from the chest and I lift you up and I say, are you okay?
Is anybody okay today?
No. Are you okay enough to stand? Then stand. There's nothing you can do right now. What is your name?
Antoine.
Oni. Very nice to meet you. Listen, this is gonna be rough for a while. And I'm sure you want to drink your sorrows. So let's do just that, yeah?
I can do that.
Good.
Thank you.
Of course, my friend.
You gave that speech to the children. You motivated them. What is the next step?
Next step is that he's gonna tell them, hey, by the way, I'm also leaving. The way I see it was always kind of decided that he wanted to do this, but the reason he didn't was because last year's head of the orphanage, Gommage, so he was like, okay, well, I gotta stay back, because who else is gonna be here? So I guess he'd say, hey kids, there's probably no better time to say this, but I'm going to be leaving, as you know, on the expedition. That's why you got my little replica gun. That's why you got the sword. I wish I had my cards, but I don't.
Are you going to stop this?
He's gonna wear Maxine and Claude Gommage. He's gonna pick up some petals and say, not only am I going to stop it, I'm gonna bring Maxine and Claude right to the Paintress.
It takes probably 2 minutes for that quiet of just you three in the room to hearing people just funneling into the space, cheering and celebrating and very rowdy.
I'll take the upstairs. You all good down here?
We've got it.
Okay.
They're throwing as many of their currency tokens at you for as many drinks as possible. How are you handling this?
And then I'm kind of just, every now and then are just with my hand taking the money out the floor to make room for all the drinks I'm slinging, and most of the drinks are just, it's just whiskey.
Yeah.
It's just straight up liquor. And then for the ones who are super drunk or who are kind of directionless, I'll be like, hey, why don't you go through that door right there?
Woo!
Yeah.
And they just blindly go down there and join the casino.
Yep.
Start gambling away their hearts. You're hearing the sound of cards slamming on the table. People are enjoying their life. As up here, you're seeing the bros being like, to Carl, or to Pierre. All French names.
Yep, I'm taking shots with them.
You're just joining the party. In fact, you're fueling the party.
What can I say?
Carl is my favorite French name.
As the two depressed Lumiere citizens enter, how are you guys interacting with this festival?
This is the time to celebrate, right? Not of the sorrows that will come later and will hit you like a train. But now's the time to celebrate their lives, right?
Did I hear celebration? I got something real good for you all. This has been up in the cabinet, locked with a key so you know it's the good kind.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you need 1, you need 2,
Please.
3.
You're very good at math.
Just gonna give them 4.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Just to be 4. Okay, there we go. Quadruple, why not?
You're quite chipper, all things considered.
Right, well, when you run a business, it's not so great to be crying behind the bar.
And business is always good after the Gommage.
Of course. Yes.
Feel like, he just went through a lot. So,
Really?
like a lot. Like his own family.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
There you go.
Zing.
Listen, if you guys want a quiet place to talk, there's a corner of the bar over there that's, it's still really loud, but it's, less intense.
It's for the savage.
Yeah.
Here, I'll clean it up for you.
Oh. She'll clean it up for us. If she works here, she
Who'd you push over? Was there a guy that was unconscious?
Assume you wanted 2 seats.
No, thank you. That's the best way to clear that.
Yeah.
I was supposed to embark on the great expedition.
And why didn't you? You look very fit.
I had a family, and I wanted to be there for my wife, for my child. I plan on doing what I should have done a long time ago.
I see. What about you?
What about me?
What are you going to do about this?
Clearly, I have a very successful business to run.
For how much longer?
Well, definitely the next year.
And that's about it, right? Do you want to see this business thrive? Or are you just going to sit here and drink your sorrows away until you die?
I wouldn't say I'm full of a lot of sorrow, actually.
Because you were lucky, weren't you? You didn't lose anybody this year.
Are we all lucky?
Does he look lucky to you?
He's here.
Barely. I don't think he wants to be here. Do you want to be here? Does that look like he wants to be here? You're smart. Put the pieces together.
Of what?
What we need to do, obviously. I have no one. It looks like he lost everyone, and you have people to fight for. So why don't we make a move and do something that means something?
Or we could all stay here and make meaningful memories with the people that we have. Otherwise, they're just going to leave.
They're going to leave anyways. Because we're all going to leave because we have no more time. Don't you want to fight? What's the point if you're just sitting here drinking?
You'll regret it if you do nothing now and lose the ones you care about next Gommage. And then it will be too late to do anything.
Excuse me for just a minute.
Yes.
Okay, everybody, the bar is closed. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just gonna start pushing.
Make an
people.
attack roll.
Parry you.
D20.
19.
Oh my god.
Damn!
Everyone's like, what?
Yeah, I just walked out.
Slap,
I'm
shove.
going straight down to the den.
By the time you lower your cup after a sip, it's clear. And she's now in the den.
Yeah.
So...
As your two dads are at the gambling table running the show, as they just like look, they heard all the stomping. They'll look to you. Everything okay?
Right. I just wanted to know if I could speak with you two for a moment.
You want permission to speak to your fathers.
Damn it. I knew that was out of character.
What's going on? We have a lot to celebrate.
We do.
We escaped death once again.
We do.
I'm getting older now. I think I actually might make it through natural causes.
I think you will too. I think you will too. And this is gonna sound strange, but I met two strangers at the bar.
Hello.
I think one at a time is best.
No, they're too sad for me, I think. And one plays the accordion, and, I'm more into drums, so. All right, what I'm trying to tell you is I'm gonna go on the last expedition.
You did grow a sense of humor, but you're always just faking it. We've had to fake laugh at all your jokes for a long time.
Okay, I know you're hurting me because you don't want me to leave.
We're going to keep doing what we've done, where we can see you. The thing about the Gommage is that it's chance. It's like gambling, if you're chosen or not. But if you go on an expedition, it's guaranteed that you don't make it back. So stick to your odds, stick to the right choice, and stay here.
But what if we've been looking at this all the wrong way? What if the odds are actually in our favor and we just...
The odds were in our favor last year when the freaking lightning dealer went off with his 1,000,000 men and they all were galleon and everything like that. That was the best shot that we had. Now we just get to enjoy the time we have left and just hope every year. We just play a hand of cards, and if we make it, we make it. If we don't, we don't. But it is inevitable. The Gommage. You can't stop this. No one can stop this. Weren't you the one that used to gamble on the expeditions if they passed or failed, or if they succeeded? How many years did you cash in on the hopelessness of them failing? Care to explain yourself there?
What is most important is that we all have the opportunity to live our lives together. And maybe I'm tired of taking that chance every single year.
They both look at you. They look to each other. They lean over and whisper into each other's ears. As you can't hear them. Marco looks to Elaine as Elaine hands him a key. He gets up and heads to the back of the bar and unlocks a compartment as you see him retrieve shimmering gold playing cards. comes up to you. If you're gonna gamble, gamble right with a stacked deck. I know you'll know how to use that. And come back to us.
Never been wrong before.
At the Expedition Academy, a tattered banner flows on stands as everything is set up for the tradition of embarking on the expedition to stop the Gommage, stop the Paintress after every year, as it is eerily quiet. There is no one to gather for the send-off. There is the sound of one creaking vessel that was left behind because it was in poor condition that kind of just tilts off a little bit to the side at the dock. There's probably 30 wood tables, great, like Knights of the Round Table-esque, like furniture that the expeditioners would rejoice and celebrate in their own rights before they go and heroically try and stop it. Now it is empty. There is not one table full. There is not one volunteer. The expedition to end all expeditions last year has officially failed. The great expedition, led by the Lightning Dealer, led by 1,000 soldiers strong, hundreds of vessels. This place, as an apprentice of the Expedition Academy, you weren't ready yet. There was a strength of Lumiere, one last gathering, one last resistance against it. What do you do in these empty halls?
Just like the past couple Gommages, after already losing everybody I love, I just feel like an emptiness that's kind of like reflected in the state of the academy. I had nobody to celebrate with, nobody to embrace me, to tell me that they're glad I'm alive, nobody to grieve, and nobody to cheer me on as I embark on the thing I've been training for my whole life. I just feel kind of empty and hopeless. And I just sit at the table by myself and say, to the last expedition, you and me, as in me and me, us, I.
You hear the sound of a blade sharpening. As you look towards the noise, you see that there is a young woman, probably 18, 19 years old. She wears an Expedition Academy uniform. She has one arm. As she holds her blade between her legs, as she uses that one arm, she just sparks fly off this blade. A longsword or a rapier that just is as sharp as can be.
Well, I guess not anymore. You want some shitty alcohol?
I can't drink, I must be sharp if I am to kill the Paintress.
All right, you and me then, huh?
Look at me. What do you see?
I see a warrior. I see someone standing here when nobody else can. I see the bravest person in Lumiere.
She twirls her sword and sticks it into the table, and it's so sharp that it actually goes through the 2-inch thick wood.
And I see someone that I'm gonna stand behind.
Elle and Frederic and this mysterious swordsman are just waiting in awkward silence as you're munching on bread and you're preparing the inventory, and she's just taking that whetstone to her blade. How are you guys preparing to leave?
Would you like some bread? There's so much. There's so many tables and so much bread.
Yeah, I think, like you said, I'm just kind of going through the inventory. I feel like with the 2 other people that are here, and being the first one to arrive, I'm kind of like de facto leader at the moment. All right, everybody.
Huh.
Everybody, as in the 2 of you.
Is it time?
It's cheers to the time.
I don't have a
and
drink,
we're
I have
gonna
bread.
leave. Cheers to your bread and.
I already told you I don't drink.
Successful. Oh my God. Okay.
Where do I clink? It's bread. I don't think it'd make the clink.
Are you guys ready to go? Because I think this is. I think this is it.
All you need is me, anyways. As heading, you hear 3 sets of footsteps approach as you all turn your head.
Hark, who goes there?
That was good. Yeah.
We're here for the expedition.
Did you just say hawk who goes there?
Yes, I was told that's the right thing to do.
He has the spirits.
It's
He does have the
self-defense.
spirits, yes.
You found it. That's us. And you just missed a really rousing speech.
As seeing you meet eyes with your former apprentice,
Mirael, have you been keeping up with your training?
would you like to find out, old man? Have you come to finish what you started?
I guess we'll find out.
As they immediately draw blades
Wait, whoa,
and they go on guard.
I don't think this is entertainment.
As then she attacks. Do you choose to dodge or parry this attack?
Let's dodge.
A d20 defense check.
12.
You dodge as this blade goes right to the side of you. As now it is your turn. What do you do?
Going for the base attack?
I thought this was a team.
11.
11?
Oh, 12.
12? You hit. Roll your d20 for base damage while rolling your percentile. If your percentile hits within your luck, your critical chance, you crit.
7. Oh, wow. Oh, no, 94 on
Okay,
the
so you didn't crit.
percentile and 17 damage.
17, that hurt. Describe this attack here.
I'm gonna go in on her armless side, and I go and I hit her in the back of the head.
She's off guard here, and you bam back as that kind of spins her around as she's going for her attack. Do you dodge or parry?
Let's parry. 16.
Okay. As she goes into the strike, how do you defeat her with this parry?
She goes in for the strike. She, like, I see. I'm like, of course she's going straight for the heart. That's exactly how I taught
she's
her.
a bit ruthless, yeah.
And I go and I like literally for like I'm spry for an older guy. I like basically I duck all the way and then I go ahead and I elbow the sword out of her hand and I put my long sword to her throat and I go, "You've done well, but they won't go easy on you out there."
Unfortunately, you stink.
It's good to see you again, Miria.
She kind of gestures likewise, but she will never admit it. And then she goes back to sharpening her blade.
He gets his index cards. Hi, my name is Frederic. My favorite color is green. I like cookies. What's your favorite color?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you be my friend. It says will you be my friend?
Who wrote that, your mom?
No, Gommage.
I think that's really sweet. You have a great heart, it seems, and I'm sure he'd love to be your friend.
To the expedition, the last one, we're gonna do it. And
Interrupting
bring
your
peace.
speech once again, you hear the sound of a wagon clanking along the cobblestone road. Every single indent of the pavement, this heavy wood carriage just rolling through the tattered banner, interrupting your speech. You see Terry, the inventor, with a giant contraption in this wooden wagon as he's just dragging along.
All right. What is this thing?
Oh, I cannot wait to tell you. Hello, everyone. My name is Terry. I'm an inventor. I haven't invented much, but I've spent the last year creating this contraption. I think it could help everybody before they go on the expedition.
Unless it's a bread-making machine, I highly doubt that.
There's a lot of bread.
Sorry, you two kind of resemble each other, so it's kind of hard for me to tell you two apart.
Is it my curly, brunette, puffy hair?
It's more the energy.
Oh, the energy.
I don't have glasses.
You do notice that Terry
don't have
is
glasses.
wearing he's wearing
glasses.
circle glasses similar to Elle here, and then he has steampunk goggles that are twice the size of those that go on top when he's about to weld and get into the nitty-gritty of it. By the time we reach the Paintress, we might have a chance. And I will do to her what she's done to us. I will reverse it. We will absorb her and bring everyone back.
So,
Like my apprentices, my friends, my family, and maybe a colleague or two.
I don't know about you, but I seem pretty foolish, yeah? What about you?
Wonderful. As he goes back to his wagon, the thing that was making all that noise is a ginormous, just like this metal cube with all these interconnecting things. It's like, as he kind of rolls it into the center here. I would recommend everyone stand back. As this cube just as legs begin to grow, steam as this torso begins to fold and these arms extend out as this head turns out, as well as this steampunk mime is staring at everybody. Almost, it stands about 10 feet tall and it's just a hulking bit of metal. Then he steps to the side and claps as these eyes on this mime turn red. As combat begins. Everyone please make a speed check.
Well.
Raise your hand if your speed check was above 13. No one.
Wow.
This mime robot looks at you, locks on, blood red eyes, and kind of just charges like it's, you see its fist almost turning like a screwdriver, and then it lunges at you. Do you decide to dodge or parry?
The fucking dodge. What?
That's scary. This game's scary.
Man. 6.
You take 26 damage on this first strike as it goes, and you gotta get hit a little bit. Celine, you're up.
Oh shit. I guess I'll just use my right off the bat card weaver skill.
First, you have to make an attack roll.
16.
You hit. Now roll me a 1d100.
80. As if the only thing I know how to do is deal blackjack, so...
You get a card, you get a card, you get a card, you get a bam, bam, bam. You know, just like, the mime's head is like... As that makes, Elle, you're up.
Like instinct and uncontrolled, she's just gonna try to blast it with her light.
Just the base attack?
Yes.
Okay, make an attack roll.
14?
You hit, and also make sure you add 1 AP, so you now go from a 3 to a 4.
6.
Deal me your D20 base damage,
8.
and let's see if you crit.
74.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then you deal 8 whopping damage, but you did gain 1 AP.
Onirik. I take my accordion and I cast Opus, right? Mm-hmm. And I look at him and I say, "You ready to fight, old man?"
Always.
Antoine, you feel a surge of power through you. Until his next turn, you deal the max base damage.
Base attack.
Base attack, okay.
I'm a one-trick pony. 1.
Oh, he stabs himself.
You throw your sword as you go to strike it. It just loses grip. You notice that Muriel is just looking at you with a death glare from the side as your blade flies, and you have to spend your next round returning it. So you are stunned for 1 round, and you cannot dodge or parry. Frederick, you're up. What do you do?
He's gonna do his Lumiere assault. He's gonna go. He just kind of looks back. He's like, "Oh shit!" Looks at his gun. He's like,
First, you need to make an attack.
17.
You hit. Okay, I need you to roll me 1d100, so a percentile.
71.
That's 71 damage, and you have 5 hits on this. So I need you to, on your calculator, do 71 times 5.
Oh shit!
That's thick.
355.
Boom, 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 as that last one infiltrates and just the internal wires. Zzz, boom, this head goes, this mime head, woohoo, blasting off again as it kind of turns into like a star and twinkles and then lands into the ocean. As Terry is just taking a ton of notes, as he's like, holy shit.
And he's like, "Oh, right."
I think he can do this.
As long as we keep him fed.
That's so true.
Stock up extra loaves of bread for the
I don't
expedition.
even want this book.
What?
Muriel's looking at you incredibly disappointed.
It's been a while.
He had a rough night, okay?
Maybe we just tone that down.
I think we're all good. We survived. That was pretty great. Good job, everybody.
Everybody that contributed.
Good job.
Very well.
I believe I heard a speech when I was rolling up. My apologies for interrupting.
No, it's probably best you did.
Care to finish? Now that your entire expedition is here.
I would actually like to hear the speech.
It was riveting.
I've been kind of waiting for this moment for a long time. And even though we may be a little rusty, or a little
Not me.
new to expeditioning, clearly we have a lot of potential and a lot of heart and something to fight for. So I think together we will at least fight for it.
We could do that.
Oh, hi, by the way, I'm Eloise. It's nice to
Right.
meet you guys.
Yes, I'm Celine.
Nice to meet you.
Onirique.
Antoine.
I already said hi. I read it off my cards.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was distracted by the fact that you were reading off cards.
Oh, riveting speeches are supposed to end in a toast. So, to the last expedition.
To the Last of Us. Reference.
To the last
The last expedition.
expedition.
Yes.
Even Muriel gives a nod of camaraderie here. As everyone, for the battle with the robot mime, you gain 140 chroma.
How much chroma do we need to our next level?
100.
Okay.
That is your chroma to spend as your voyage embarks.
Thank you for the allowance, Dad.
You earned it. Any last words before you guys get on that boat?
I would like to play a song. That's okay with all of you.
You see your two dads at the port as they are raising a flask to you too, and they're blowing you kisses and wishing you luck as you're seeing from the harbor them on the other side. As the
Boat.
last expedition, the last hope of Lumiere sets sail.
Fuck.